Yo, I must say this, man, because it though hurtful, it must be said. Man, this is why I haven't spoken on the Young Thug trial. There's a lot of moving parts about this thing that people just don't know what's really going on. And till you watch the trial. And when you watch the trial, you start to see, like, man, this is nuts. Like, I mean, they have no evidence really. It's crazy. Prosecutors are using Young Thug's lyrics against him, citing them as evidence of the alleged violent crimes in gang. Saying, while he said this in a song, and recently he's talking about this. And when he says this means a gun, Your Honor. Now, Thugger was probably one of the most influential names in the game. He had won a Grammy before, but now in trial he's known as Jeffrey Lamar Williams. That's it. That's what they know him for. You are Jeffrey Lamar Williams, and the trial knows you in this RICO case that they built is you were the guy who was simultaneously running a violent street gang through your record label, YSL Records. They had an 88-page, 56-count indictment, which included other artists associated with his label, people who had faced additional charges such as murder, armed robbery. Many have since settled with plea deals, as we've seen. As others have went back to their 9 to 5 and putting out rap albums. Now, this is a state court. Normally, it's a federal court when you see RICO prosecution, but a RICO prosecution in a state court? This is bizarre. Fulton County, I don't think they've ever had a RICO case in a state court, which means they don't know what the hell they're doing. There have been so many people that has covered this trial in the Los Angeles and Orange County situation, and the last 3 days of this trial that I've seen has been absolutely egregious. And I said, my goodness, they haven't presented any real evidence against Thugger at all. You know, when you got a rap star in this hip hop world, right, to have a record label basically on trial. I don't think we've ever seen the entire record label on trial. If I'd seen a record label, I would have thought Death Row Records would have been the one that would have been on trial. Out of all the record labels that have been around, YSL is the only record label in the history to be on trial. Now, Fulton County is being very aggressive with Young Thug, and there's a reason why, and they know what it is. Now, 300 Entertainment with Kevin Liles, who's worked for years with Leo Cohen. He came there in full support of Thugger and said, I speak up for protections of speech and creative expression, and limits how prosecutors can create an artistic expression as evidence against defendants in criminal trials. California is the only state to have a law that limits the use of rap lyrics as evidence in criminal proceedings. Only California. See, prosecutors are attempting to use rap lyrics as confessions, and it's only rap. That praxis isn't just a violation of the First Amendment, okay? You're totally violating creative expression. So if a rapper make a movie about killing people, what, he's gonna go to jail for attempt? Or like what? He's catching bodies in the movie, so that means he's probably gonna do it in real life, so we should probably arrest him. Like where are we going with this? You already punishing marginalized communities, so let's continue the onslaught. As with all entertainment, hip hop artists create their entire worlds populated with characters who often play the hero or the villain. We've seen it in many occasions in rap. We've seen stories. I don't remember Biggie Smalls ever taking anybody's life, but he rapped about hitting safes, popping people, burning people up, all kind of stuff. I don't think Biggie was out there doing that at 300 something pounds. Thugger, when it said, I use my music as a form of artistic expression, and I see now that black artists and rappers don't have that freedom. Now, Chicago drill rap was at the center of all of this, and they thrown Young Thugger into the drill rap conversation, where drill rap is going to be used to try to trap all of these record labels that have established to basically try to identify them as gangs and catch them all in a RICO, sweep them all up, throw them all in jail. Right? It's a slippery slope, they say. Hey, did you do a diss track? Someone ends up dead? Oh, it's a gold mine circumstantial evidence, right? It's really controversial to use all this stuff. But like I said, when have you ever seen this happen? When have you ever seen a RICO case in a state court? I mean, listen, when they had, what's that detective name that was from Atlanta? He's in a gang unit. He came up there on the witness stand and he said something that was so crazy. It was out the box and everybody looked at him like he was stupid. But they were like, as it relates to music artists, is there any crime in saying words? There are certainly potential crimes in spoken words. Is there a crime to speak the words? They're trying to get him to answer simple questions. It was that stupid. That's exactly how the detectives were saying it. Now, this trial is supposed to go into 2024, right? Now, the prosecution is supposed to be focusing on Donald Trump, who's facing the same charge in the same county. Now, when have you seen that? Two RICO cases going on in the same county at the same time, Fulton County. So they're going to drag both of these into 2024. Now, we know why Trump's going down, but everybody else is going too. And this has been such a dog and pony show. It's been a mess. Now, here's the problem. When I say you don't know what they're doing because it's not supposed to be in a state court, they're sitting here videotaping this thing, right? And some of the jurors were seen on film. And they got identified on social media. What's his name? Adam 22 on No Jumper. And somebody said, I know that Negro with the glasses on. That's so and so. He's on the jury. right in the comment section. So he can't be used. He's just been identified. Now that person could have been lying, but you'd have linked out their photo. Now they're not even safe. That is liable. Belknap, that cop, he's 18 years, supposed to be a veteran from the police department, right? And he's supposed to be the vice president of the Georgia Gang Investigations Association and all that crap, right? He the one said, this the same guy who just said on the stand that, well, yeah, sure, rap lyrics can be crime. Same guy who can't even get that simple question answered right. Oh, there is certainly potential crimes in spoken words. Is there a crime to speak the words? Well, not exactly. So you can see the level of thought, right? Now, when he got on the stands, he testified that YSL is a hybrid street gang. What the hell is a hybrid street gang? Oh, God. The trial officially got started on Monday. And since I've been on vacation, I've watched the trial on Monday. Because this is when I'm ready to get, to the part. And so far, they had a hard time bringing evidence to the judge because most of the evidence is so out of the box and ordinary. It's like, look, we got some people that said he did this. Do we have any real evidence that he did this? No. We got a rap song. And, do you like hip hop, Judge? It's like, what? You know about drill? It's like, where's your evidence? Your evidence is an app. I gotta go on the app and get Apple Music. Listen to this. Listen to this verse. Listen to this part right here. Yep, that's my evidence. Lock that in as evidence. Heard what he said? Oh my God. After months of delays, over a year and a half since Thug was put behind bars, and it's been rocky from the start. They let somebody get recorded, so obviously they got to fix that situation. For 10 years and counting, they got a group called Young Slime Life, right? That's YSL, right? And this, what they say, the Cleveland Avenue community, they said they created a crater. They sucked in the youth and the innocent, and even the lives of some of its youngest members. I'm here to tell you, a lot of them weren't innocent, dog. And you haven't done anything for them. That means Deputy Attorney Adrian Love, Miss Love. What did you offer them, Miss Love? Now, the hearing was over an hour late because one of the jurors was missing. Of course, it's George. So Love didn't even finish her opening statements. They was like minutes into it. There was so many objections. The judge was forced to clear the jury from the courtroom. Right? Young Thug's legal team came in there and they was talking about, look, man, her explanation to the case is wrongly making it appear that the defendants would need to prove that they were innocent. Seriously. She basically was saying they are guilty and then they have to prove that they're innocent. All of that is objection. And Brian still moved for a mistrial immediately after he claimed Love had shown the jurors evidence that had already been banned from the case. There was evidence that was banned from the case that they ain't even telling you about. This whole thing has been a witch hunt. I'm 3 days into the trial. It's been a disaster. And this is somebody fighting for their life. Now, Judge Glanfield reprimanded Love and her team for how they opened up trial. Then they called a lunch break. Both sides and the jurors continued their opening statements through the courtroom throughout that afternoon. Why in the world would this be allowed to continue? Why? Because on the second day, Thugger attorney Brian was like, he came out about Young Thug's name and started going into what it means, saying Thug is an acronym, and a rather holy one at that. I was like, all right, Brian, go ahead, talk some in. I was like, what that means is that Jeffrey is on to something very personal. It was his pact that he could never make it as a music artist and help his family with others. So he wanted to end this cycle of hopelessness. He would be truly humbled under God. That's what thug means. I said, Brian, go ahead and talk some it. Thug a lawyer came up with that. I thought he was going to use the hate you give. But no. He had to get that spin cycle going. He finna earn this bag. But this is crazy though. I'm serious. I've never seen any of this happen before. I've never seen a RICO trial in a state court. This is the feds. What are they doing in the state court? So they're not prepared for this. They don't handle RICOs. So it's like, huh? Alright. Somebody need a drink. So already it's been 3 days, and it's been the most bizarre 3 days I've seen in a trial history. I swear you'll be so confused. And you'll be wondering, why isn't this a mistrial? Everything already that has taken place in 3 days spells mistrial. But they have drank this out so much and wasted so many tax dollars on this trial, they can't just have a mistrial. That can't happen. They got to keep this going. So the judge know, if I call a mistrial, I'm screwed. The state gonna have to file again and do all this. It'll be a mess. All because the prosecution started it like complete morons and violated almost every rule in court. So, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to check out the Patreon and definitely read those articles, man. It's very important. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life, Jack Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Ticket TV, Armando Black TV, Dreamers Pro, One Crack News, HD. Welcome to HD with the two eyes. And I'm out, brothers. And thank everybody who came to support. You always show love to this page. Outlaw, LB, Mr. Bailey, everybody, man. Love and respect to all of y'all. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe, super chat, and thank you for the Cash App too. That was wonderful. I got a nice Cash App message and everything. Then they had a Cash App question, and I'll answer that Cash App question before I get out of here. Will I ever squash it and do some work with Gilbert Arenas? Fuck no. That's my answer. 2 words. Now, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.